Okay, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to the Area 18 Table Topics and Humorous Speech Contest 2021. Wait, okay, 2021, 2022. And today, we will be hosted by Toastmaster David Dokun, our contest chair. Like any other meeting, we usually start with the Toastmasters promise, and then we take it from there. So please join me to recite the Toastmasters promise, but please mute your microphones, because if you don't, it will just cause. I would like to share my screen at this point so that we can read it together, but please, 1, 2, 3. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability based on them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill the environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as called upon to do so, all those educational and recognition programs within Toastmasters, ourselves a round of applause because we just made an immense promise, a plethora of promises, and we shall abide by them. Okay, now I would like to call the host for today, Toastmaster David Dukun. Toastmaster David is a writer, and he's also an awesome human being. I think you will see that when he comes on. So please, with a round of applause, give welcome to Toastmaster David Dokun.
Thank you, Mr. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Gimba, and I'd like to say a very warm welcome to everyone listening at this time. It doesn't matter where you're logged in from. It's indeed a delight for me to be here serving as your host today. And so to kick off proceedings today, let's make sure that everyone feels welcome no matter where they're logged in from. So would you join me? If you can, please check if you can. By the way, host, is it possible to make me co-host so that I can flex my powers today? Right? Can everyone chat? Please let me know where you're logged in from very quickly. I want to know, are you in Lagos? Are you in Abuja? Are you in London? Are you in Calgary, Chicago, Aba, Enugu? Where are you logged in from today? Lagos, I see a lot of Lagos. Lagos. Where else are you logged? Port Harcourt. Aha, you see that? I see Port Harcourt. I see Kano. Fantastic stuff. Where else can we see here? Is there anyone? Ebonyi State. Where else? Just keep them coming. Aja, thank you. I like that flavor. Uyo, Abuja, Lagos. Now keep that coming while I try to get everyone settled in and share with you what's planned for today. Once again, I'd like to thank the leadership of Area 18 for this opportunity. I'm snooping through the room to see if I see my good friend, the area director, who is the man in charge. They call him the MIC of the area, as well in absential DTM Kudi. I really want to appreciate the hard work that you are doing in this division and this area. If you are just joining us as a guest, relax. This is going to be fun. All right. It doesn't matter if you've been dancing at an Owambe all day. Just relax, okay? You can rest your pretty feet at this time. I see loads of great people in the room, presidents, distinguished clubs all over the place. You're welcome, everyone. My job today is simple, is to guide you, chaperone you all through what we'll have. And the Zoom master will be kind, gracious enough to drop the agenda in the chat box so everyone can download it. You can have an idea what's coming. We're going to kick off today. You already know what it is. It's the Area 18 contest. We will have the table topics contest first, followed by the humorous speech contest, 4 on the first side and 2 on the second side. Today, we're going to leave with one winner for sure. What I can tell you is that the contestants have been briefed. They know what is coming. But what I would like for them to do at this time is for the contestants to please rename themselves before heading off to the breakout room. Thank you, Seven Joy from Ibadan. Contestants, please rename yourself. Table topics, contestant 1, contestant 2, contestant 3, and then, of course, humorous speech contestants 1 and 2. I'm going to bring up very briefly a young man who is a great friend of mine who will tell us about the role players in today's show. But before I do that, I want you to know that everything that would happen today has been prepared for, and it's going to go to plan. We have all of, apart from the late start, we have all of about 100 minutes to spend here, and we won't keep you here any longer. That's why at this time, I'll bring up very quickly a great friend of mine who will be serving as chief judge for today. Now, our chief judge for today is a leadership development professional. And not only that, is the former club group director for Area 17. We have a lot in common, but one of the ones that I like to lean towards is that I'm just slightly less finer than he is, at least so the ladies say. Okay, let me correct that impression. So our ladies say, because we are both married and off the mark. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief judge for today, the very gentlemanly, gracious young man, Toastmaster Seyi Oladiji, to tell us about the role players for today very briefly. Toastmaster Seyi, over to you.
Many thanks, Toastmaster David Doko, the contest chair, for that very generous remark. I must say that it's good that you had to make things clear. Thank you very much. It's good to see you. You're looking all sharp. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests, contestants. Thank you all for joining this eventful occasion, if I can use the word, of seeing beautiful speeches. That's what I'm here to do, just to see beautiful speeches. So quickly, I'm going to be introducing some team members who will be helping to smooth this whole process and ensure that at the end of the day, we have a very credible process. So first, I'd like to introduce the timer, who will be explaining to us exactly how timing will be processed all through today's event. So our timer, we have 2 timers. So timer 1 will do the introduction and explanation of the role. So I'd like to call on Toastmaster Emeka Orekezie, I hope I got that correctly, to quickly explain the role and what the contestants should expect in terms of time management. Go ahead, Toastmaster Emeka. Our Toastmaster Emeka can hear me. Okay. Can anyone confirm Toastmaster Emeka? I think he's in the room.
Yes, he is. I believe he has maybe a network challenge, but he is in the room.
He needs to unmute. Can you hear me, Toastmaster Emeka? Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Emeka is not ready. So we'll go to the ballot counter. Toastmaster Lawrence. Not. Toastmaster Lawrence, please go ahead.
Toastmaster Lawrence is not here yet, but Toastmaster Franca is fully capable. So she can come on and give us the rule for the balloting.
Yeah, Toastmaster Franca, please go ahead. Toastmaster Franca Eboma.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chief Judge, and greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, acting as your second ballot counter, my role is to make sure that we have a free and fair, or let's say, election for contests. And I'll be doing this by working hand in hand with all our esteemed judges, with the Chief Judge, even with the contest chair, and making sure that all votes are counted. I hope that you all have a wonderful contest, and back to you, Mr. Chief Judge.
Thank you, Toastmaster Eboma, for that succinct introduction and explanation of your role play. Can we now have, if Toastmaster Emeka is ready, I hope he's not having any network glitch. Or we go with the second timer, but I don't have a name here. If you can furnish me with that information, the Toastmaster, if you have it.
The second timer is Toastmaster Seven Joy.
Toastmaster Seven Joy, please, if you may, can you just quickly do an introduction of the role? If you're ready, Toastmaster Seven Joy, can you hear me? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, these things happen when you're doing a virtual meeting, okay? So if you're a guest here, do not move a bit because these things happen, okay? But I would say that all the contestants are ready, and the Zoom master, of course, will be helping us at some point to moving our contestants, but I'll leave the contest chair to take care of that. Because the timer is not ready, I'll need some time to quickly get some information correctly, then I can share on the time usage for all the contestants. So everybody's on the same page on time usage. Contest chair, are you there? Let me do those consultations, then I'll come on board quickly.
Absolutely, Toastmaster Shea, I'm here for you. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a virtual big hand to our Chief Judge for today. I would allow you run away and tidy up the business back end so that we don't get into trouble today. All right. Of course, at this time, we know the drill. The briefing has been done. We are here for the speeches. Zoom Master, can you confirm to me that we have all our contestants ready?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, what happened? Some of them have been abducted. You see, this happened just last week.
We're actively still trying to reach them.
Okay, no, you need to be careful. You need to ask for security support. I don't know what's at stake here, but I hosted a contest from the South region of Nigeria just last week, and I heard a lot was at stake. We kept looking for the contestants, the judges. It was something of a similar fashion. I thought they had been abducted. So please, let's make sure that nobody is being abducted, is being held against their wish. It's just a Toastmasters contest. I don't know if anybody's going to win money here. All right, and why are people running away? Okay, please find our contestants. If need be, you can get a bounty hunter to go fetch them. Do whatever you can, Mr. Zoom Master, to bring them here. And while you're doing that, just let me know when you're done with that. I'd like to speak to someone in the room. But before I do that, before I engage one of our guests or one of our Toastmasters on their expectations for today, let me read, because the Zoom Master already did the honors of saying to you that I'm not just, where's this camera? Oh my goodness. Can you see this? Okay, now you can see. Oh, no, you can't see it. Oh my goodness. Oh, now you can see it. Because they already told you I'm an author, I think I should read you just one line from a page in my book. Now, this is called productivity, okay? I don't know how to position this guy. Okay, so I'm going to read you from this guy. Can you see? What's the word? Can anybody unmute and say the word?
Productivity.
Productivity.
Aha. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that's chapter 21. Let me read this to you. Productivity is not just activity. Now, this is going to tell you a little bit about me. I spent some of my childhood in a semi-urban setting. We had to go a long distance to fetch water to refill our water tanks at home. How many people fetch water growing up? Do your hand like this? I'm not alone. I am not alone. Okay, I'm not going to sing for you today. I'm not being paid to sing today. I'm not going to sing. All right. Carrying a bucket for 2 kilometers to the water station is a lot of activity with good intentions. Now, listen, heading back with a full bucket and spilling all its content before getting home explains why productivity is not just activity. Now, many times we confuse 8 hours spent at work as being productive. Of those 8 hours, the average worker probably spends 4 hours milling around in just activity without contributing to the bottom line. This applies to all our endeavors, and it is worth a ponder every hour. Now, this is the daily dosage you should confess every day, because I have some affirmations on the bottom of every page. It says, I always check my actions, ensuring it increases production, not meaningless motion or unnecessary tension. Okay, I just thought I'd read that to you. Let me say that again. I always check my actions, ensuring it increases production, not meaningless motion or unnecessary tension. I hope you can relate with that. I've fetched water before that when I get home, the bucket is half. I'm like, what was all this? What's all this? What kind of wahala is it? Because we'll be playing on the way from the water station down, and all the water is spilling. What does that do to you? It increases the trips that you make back to fetch water, right? So, Master Joy, you fetch a lot of water, the way you're nodding your head. Oh my goodness, I won't take you up. I know that you're a contestant today, but I just said that to get your minds, just jogged up a little bit. Zoom Master, can you confirm if all our contestants are ready?
Contest chair, if I may, the chief judge here. The timer is ready. Toastmaster 7 Joy to explain the role. If you can take that when you're ready.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for that. Because our time is far gone, I would, lean on previous briefings that have been done and possibly go ahead with the contest if all our contestants are ready, so that we respect the time of every other person who logged in early. I know that some people heard about the fame of this contest chair. They just wanted to come and see who this good-looking young man is. I don't know if you're disappointed or if your expectations were met or exceeded, but I don't want to take it for granted, right? So I'd rather get off your screen every now and again so that you can enjoy the contest, right? Is there a guest here? I can see loads of names that I'm used to. I don't see a guest. Okay. Tuesday is not a guest. Is Tuesday a guest? Tuesday, are you a guest? Tuesday is logged in as a ghost, not a guest. That's fine, it happens. Right. But I don't know if there's any other guest. The Zoom master appears to have logged off as well. So Mr. Chief Judge, if it's not a bother, if you'd kindly, where's the Chief Judge as well? Toastmaster Sheyi, you're still here. If you can reach out to Toastmaster Abubakar Gimba and find out what's happening with our contestants. I am feeling like going ahead with just the ready contestant and ending the contest there, because we're Toastmasters, we keep to time, right? But I don't want to be insensitive. It might be that some of our contestants are stuck in traffic trying to drive in and park before they jump on the Zoom call. I know I'm being sarcastic, right? There's no traffic to jump on a Zoom call, but you never know what's going on, right? Toastmaster Sheyi, are you able to reach our Zoom master, who is our coordinator for today? Let me know, let me know. Well, while we're at that, let me ask Toastmaster Lai Adeyemi. Toastmaster Lai, are you there? Toastmaster Adeyemi.
Sorry, TM Doko. How you doing?
Mr. President, I'm very honored to be able to finally catch up with you. I've been trying to reach you almost all my life, but now you are here. I don't mind just getting
my sincere apologies, please.
You see why it's good to volunteer for roles. You see people that you've been trying to reach, and then you just put them in a corner and ask them, is it just the small training I asked you to give our company that you're not picking my call?
Apologies, don't worry, we'll connect offline.
Okay, good. That's a good promise. All right, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Adeniran Mitaya, what are your expectations for today?
Toastmaster Adoko, I'm expecting all the contestants to wow me. Okay, not only myself, but everybody. So that's actually what I'm expecting from this contest.
Great. And how easy is it to wow you on a scale of 1 to 10? Are you easily wowed?
That's a very tough question, but if I may answer in this way, to be wowed is solely dependent on the content that will come out of the person's mouth. So on the scale of 1 to 10, I'm easily wowed, yeah. That is if you have good content to share. So I think it's applicable to virtually most reasonable people around.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so I understand that we have one contestant in the room. Should we
we have one table topics contestant and one humorous speech contestant, and all attempts to reach the other contestants has been fruitless. So I believe we are all professionals, so we should go ahead with the contestants that we have. It's your choice, though. That's my suggestion.
So I'm going to start with the table topics contestant in the room. And if by the time we're done, no other contestant zooms into the Zoom room, the contest will be closed. I guess that's why I'm contest chair. I get to make these decisions, right? Do I have that power? I think I do. Good. Ha! You see, I'm practicing for this, my INEC position. This is the way we'll run it. Okay, I'm just kidding. But yes, once we're done with this, should no other contestant come in, it will be taken that they've passed on this contest. Contestant number 2, who is now contestant number 1, Toastmaster Joy, please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. Toastmaster Joy, it's a pleasure to have you here. We're sorry to have to put you on the spot now. Can you please switch on your camera? Thank you. I'd like to, at this point, request that all our guests and Toastmasters present save their applause and their kind words until the contest is declared closed. So at the end of Toastmaster Joy's speech, there will be no feedback until I ask us to provide feedback. I hope everyone gets that. Toastmaster Joy, please confirm that you can see the timekeeper.
No, I cannot at this time.
Timekeeper.
Okay, so this is timer 2. Please can TM Abu share the screen for the timer, and then I'll just give feedback on the chat box. When it's 1 minute, 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Speaking. I need to be able to see it on the screen.
Toastmaster Joy, can you pin me? Let me be the timer with the background. Then Toastmaster 7 Joy will be timing on the chat box.
Okay.
So
Okay.
kindly pin my screen.
Please pin Toastmasters Nigeria that has someone with a full head of hair. Can you see his head is full of hair? That's the person you should pin.
Okay, great.
He's got a cap on his full head of hair now. Can you see the time?
I can see the timer and his background.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the person you should pin. I know you've said you would not see the comment because there's another person in the comments who will be trying to guide you. Of course, you already know you have 1 minute minimum to spend and 2 minutes maximum and 30 seconds allowable. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
Excellent stuff. Toastmaster Joy, you'll hear a question. I'll repeat it once. I'll call your name and you will start off with your presentation.
Good.
Toastmaster Joy, if you had to teach anything, what would you teach and why? Toastmaster Joy, if you had to teach anything, what would you teach and why? Toastmaster Joy, shine.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, the contest chair. If I could teach anything, if you were looking at me very closely, you would see I was already smiling halfway through his question. That subject would be physics. I live, breathe, eat, and walk physics. Now, for the people who hate physics or who are just hearing about physics for the first time, I'll give a very quick definition. Now, physics is really the study of matter in relation to energy. And for the people who are just hearing about it for the first time, you see physics in your everyday life. Each time you use the bathroom and you want to flush, what you are actually applying is load, a fulcrum, and the effort. The effort is the energy you use to push that down. The fulcrum is the switch on your toilet seat, and the effort is the load, which is the water at the back. Now, why do I use this example? It's because every time we hear physics, we think it's very abstract. Oh, what's momentum? What is speed? What is velocity? What are all of these things? But when you move, that is you being a load, walking through a distance and over a certain period of time. So the moment you wake up every morning, there's physics all around you. The moment you get into your car, there is physics all around you. Each time you turn in your water heater, each time you cook, you're applying physics, you're applying energy, whether it's heat energy, electrical energy, mechanical energy. I could go on, but because I have just 2 minutes, I will just restrict it to all of the examples I have shared this evening. So each time you hear the word physics, don't think it's something to run away from. Physics is life. And I hope that with this speech, you would learn to love physics. Thank you.
Thank you. A minute on the clock for the judges to put their scores together, and we will be notified once that minute is up. 1 minute on the clock. Mr. Timekeeper, let me know once we are up to a minute. And if there are any other contestants in the room for the table topics, let me know as well.
No, there aren't.
Thank you. Would allow the judges put together their scores. And the humorous speech contestants, do we have 2 of them in the room?
No, not really. We have just 1.
Thank you. Once a minute is on the clock, we'll go off to our humorous speech contestant and the table topics contest will be closed. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Timekeeper. I see.
Time.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that signals the end of our table topics contest for this year's Area 18 table topics contest. At this time, I'd like to invite the next contestant from our humorous speech contest. Toastmaster Ayatola Olanrewaju, please, can you reveal yourself? Okay, Toastmaster Ayatola, please confirm that you can see the timekeeper, who in this case is Toastmasters Nigeria, with the Toastmasters logo. Toastmaster Gimba, you'd have to display the timing cards so that Toastmaster Ayatola can see that she can see the timekeeper. Okay, please unmute yourself so we're sure that we can hear you, Toastmaster Ayatola. Toastmaster Ayatola, please unmute yourself.
I just did. Yes. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. So you confirmed that you can see the timekeeper?
Yes, I can.
Yes. You already know the rules. You have 5 to 7 minutes to speak. And once I introduce your speech title, the floor will be yours. Our first humorous speech contestant for today is Toastmaster Ayatola Olanrewaju with a speech titled, Love Like a Dream. Love Like a Dream. Toastmaster Ayatola Olanrewaju.
Being single in Nigeria is actually hard, especially when you have a Nigerian auntie breathing down your neck. Call mine Auntie Rhoda. Recently, she called me to give me the yearly "When are you getting married" lecture. And this time she had a mouthful to say about how she believed that I'm the one chasing men away. Oh, you think you're still very young? I could only pray that something magical would happen that will get her off my back for good. The contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, has anything so magical ever happened that you had to pinch yourself to be sure that you're awake? Well, it has happened to me. And the magical moment happened recently, just a few days ago, precisely October 5th, 2021. I had just returned from work so tired that I couldn't even eat. I simply sink my weight in the living room couch and asked that my sister please wake me up in case I fall asleep so I could take a shower. As my eyelids were playing tug of war to stay open, my phone rings. I squinted to look at the caller ID and immediately my eyes shined bright like halogen lamps. Guess who it was? Okay, I'll tell you. It was my sweetheart, Christian calling. The most perfect, handsome, and caring gentleman you will ever meet. Trust me. He called to inform me that he will be traveling on an emergency business trip for the next 6 months. So he wanted us to have dinner together. Me, tired, where? I got ready in a flash and anticipated a fun evening. But it didn't turn out that way. Somehow Christian seemed to be distant. He barely talked or even looked at me. I felt, what's going on? Is this guy trying to break up with me? Hey, Auntie Rhoda is going to have my neck. And then he just got up and said, I'll be right back. And I saw him arguing with the waiter. I'm like, ha! So this one wants to act like a tout, so that I'll be the one to break up. No, it's not going to happen. And when he approached me, I said, babes, what's up? He said, nothing, I'll be right back, and leaves again. So I assumed it was about the bill. So I asked the waiter, how much is it? This guy, who seemed to have been upset by whatever it was he said, just barked at me, 300,000. Naira or kobo. He didn't respond. I looked at my plate and like, for what? A piece of tomato and one slice of chicken. Ha! I didn't know what to do. At this point, the manager walks up to me and apologized for what was going on because all eyes were on me. I could only brace myself to wash plates at this point because I cannot pay 300,000 for anything. The food wasn't even sweet. So I obliged and entered the office. I began to think to myself, Ayatola, how do you justify 300,000 naira for a meal? What do I do now? And then you're cutting me, and I'd not even seen the bill. So I asked for it. And when they brought it to me, the only thing that was on it was, Ayatola, will you marry me? I was tickled pink with embarrassment and a dash of excitement. I walked out of the office, and there stood my love with a box of ring in hand, and our friends were behind him. Also, my sister was there too. Oh my goodness. And so he asked me again, Ayatola Omolola, will you marry me? I could only nod and say yes. As our friends cheered, he placed the ring on my finger and just held me for what seemed like forever. At this point, someone got a pitcher of water and started spraying on me, chanting, bridal shower, bridal shower, bridal shower. I said, stop. But they just continued louder. Said, bridal shower, bridal shower, bridal shower. My sister joined in too. But I just raised my left hand up to prevent water from getting in my eye and also show off my beautiful ring. And I said, stop it. But for whatever reason, my sister got so furious and she shook me aggressively. Wake up and take a shower. Yeah, you thought it was real too, right? So did I. After I woke up, I told my sister my dream and she had a good laugh. And then she said, well, I believe he was the former president of India that once said, APJ Abdul Kalam, once said, if you want your dreams to come true, you have to dream first. So, well, now you have dreamt. Better call Auntie Rhoda to start making wedding arrangements. And of course, tell your fellow Toastmasters that they can start sending in their wedding presents. Oh, I prefer cash. Thank you. Love like a dream. The contest chair.
Thank you. 1 minute on the clock for the judges to put their thoughts and scores together. Mr. Zoom Master, please confirm if any of the contestants entered the room. By this, I mean the humorous speech contestant.
No, they didn't.
Okay, thank you. So would allow the judges put their scores together. This will signal the end of the humorous speech contest. It will look like there really is a contest. Link back the contest so we can engage them. Do we really need the judges to put their scores together? Well, maybe, but while they're doing that, let me ask anybody in the room. Oh, forgive me. Please, can we all put our hands together? You can unmute yourself, use virtual emojis, and give our contestants a huge, huge, huge round of applause. Come on, guys. Woo! Come on, I can't see the emojis. I can't. Oh, is it me? Oh my goodness. Okay, I can see the love emoji. Yes, yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Jacobo. Oh, I can't see the comments. Can I see some well done? Can I see some beautiful speech? Can I see some thumbs up? Thank you. All right. Oh my goodness. It's always a delight to watch contestants. Thank you. I can see the comments now. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Don't leave our contestants alone. Yes. Thank you. I can see the applause. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Right. Let me ask anyone in the room. It looked to me like Toastmaster. But where is Toastmaster Joy? Looked like she bought that question. If someone didn't know, they would say she bribed me to get that question. But I'm going to come to you in a minute. Does anybody else want to attempt that question in the room? Anybody else, randomly, just raise your hand like this. Let me take 1 or 2 people before we then go ahead to close this. Anybody want to try the question? If you don't raise your hand, I would raise it for you. That's why I'm contest chair. Oh, come on. Okay, Toastmaster Baina, how are you? You knew I was going to call you, right? You had a feeling. Didn't you have a feeling I was going to call you?
Kind of contest chair. Please, I came in quite late, so I didn't get the question.
That even makes it better. So I'm going to ask you the question now. So here's the question. If you could teach anything, what would you teach and why? If you could teach anything, if you could pick a subject to teach or anything to teach, what would you teach and why?
Okay. I remember, let me answer that question with a story. I remembered there was a client we were going to meet for a deal. And we were under pressure. So with the pressure and everything around us, we're actually 3 in the group. We're going to meet this client and make presentation. So as we're going, we're like, because we're under pressure already, and we're like, okay, what if we don't seal this deal? What would happen? We now started thinking about plan B. We're now thinking that, okay, fine, we now do this plan B. What if that plan B does not work? We're now kind of down. But then when we got to the client and presented, it didn't turn out as always. We were thinking that, okay, fine, it's just going to back out because it's not really going to be interested. But then he kind of like, fine, we're going to look into this and get back to us. And funny enough, he got back with a positive result. So basically, if I was going to teach something, I would teach resilience because we've had lots of turn downs before going to this client. You know, we're contacting clients. Can you do this? Can you do that with us? No. But if we had backed down initially, if we didn't have resilience, that okay, let us just keep on going. Fine, our plan B might work, it might not work, but let us just keep on doing what we want to do. So I would teach resilience, the need for people to have this how would I put it, this feeling of it can still get better. It can still, don't lose hope. So I will basically teach that resilience. It's a good thing to teach. Thank you, contest chair.
So for Sabina, I like that angle. You know, in local panels, they'll see that's another angle. I like that. Thank you for sharing what you would teach. And anybody else want to try? I need one more person before I invite back our contestants and
yes.
Yeah, Toastmaster 7 Joy. Toastmaster Kovo's hands up as well. Who is going to the camera? Toastmaster 7 Joy, okay, your camera cannot come on.
Yeah, she's able to
earlier.
Very hands full there. All right. Good afternoon, David. How are you doing, Toastmaster David?
Toastmaster, it's good to see you. I'm going to put you on the spot in a minute, but I can see several hands up all over this room. People can't get enough of me. They are just rushing me from every corner. In local parlance, they will say, "Nah, them they rush us," but because this is not local parlance, I didn't say that. Right? Did I say that? No. Did you hear anything? I didn't say that. Okay, good. Right. So,
Straight, right? Yes.
so now,
This is
Toastmaster 7 Joy, tell us your response to that question. Go ahead. Where are you, Toastmaster 7 Joy? Oh no. Your hand's up. I'm asking you to go ahead.
Toastmaster.
It should be great.
Okay.
Oh yes, go ahead, Toastmaster 7 Joy.
Okay, so if there is a subject I would love to teach is relaxation mode. How to
Oh, I'm struggling to hear Toastmaster 7 Joy. Toastmaster Joy, can you hear? I don't know if it's my network.
I think it's her network.
Toastmaster 7 Joy, I don't know what part of Ibadan you are at. I grew up in Ibadan. You need to move to my
in the midst of what is going on. So I love to teach that every day when you come back, 20 minutes. Can you guys hear me? Can I still go on? Is everybody hearing me?
Toastmaster 7 Joy, I recommend you log off and log back on. Your network may be better. Just log off and log back on because we can't hear what you're saying. Ballot counted 2. I see your hand, but Toastmaster Jacobo's hand came up first. Toastmaster Jacobo, can we see your face? Is it possible that we see your face? Oh, yes. Oh, no. Did you just flash us with your face? Why are you doing like this to us? Okay, there you are. Awesome. Toastmaster Jacobo, you want to give us your response to that?
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to give it a try. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Okay, if I would teach anybody anything, what I would teach the person is lawn tennis. I'm a lawn tennis fan, and I love watching all the Grand Slams. And recently, I watched the French Open, and you know what the prize money was? Oh my God, $2.5 million. I made up my mind that my son is going to be a lawn tennis player. For playing just in 2 weeks and you win $2.5 million. Wow. I wish I could have learned it when I was younger, but I'm already too old for that. Definitely my son will be a tennis player. I'm going to teach him. I will spend any amount of money that I can so that he can be a Grand Slam lawn tennis player. Do you know that in Nigeria, we don't take sports seriously, but a lot of countries, especially the Eastern European countries, they train their children right from when I was young. And this from when they are young, excuse me. With this, I am so boasted that my son would actually learn how to play lawn tennis because the prize money is mind-blowing. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Contest Chair.
Oh my goodness. That was a mix of a table topic and a humorous speech. I guess the prize money won. Wow. Thank you. But, you know, I was going to tease you that do you know that Anthony Joshua, even though he lost his recent bout, do you know how much money he won? So do you want to try boxing? Does anybody know how much Anthony Joshua won, even though he lost the bout? Is there any boxing fan here? Can somebody tell us? Oh my goodness, you should Google it. Tens of millions, I can't remember the exact amount he won. Right. Ballot counted 2, I'm going to allow you go because you raised your hand. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Toastmaster Franca Eboma. So your time starts now. Tell us. What would you teach?
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dokun. You did an amazing job, by the way. And having listened to 4 amazing speakers talk about what they are passionate about and what they would like to teach, makes me quite intimidated. I've been thinking about this question and racking my brain. What would I teach? What would I teach? And I've come to the realization that it's an indication that I don't really know much. So rather than tell you what I would teach, I think I'll start by telling you what I would like to learn. I think I would like to learn how to be a better volunteer. And this is because I have spent a large chunk of my adult life volunteering for things. And over the years, I've come to understand the difference in mindsets of the different kinds of volunteer. While I was in school, I was a volunteer that, oh, this will look really good in my CV if I write it down, if I take part in it. Oh, this will give me probable recognition if I take part in it. I joined Toastmasters because I wanted to improve my self-confidence. And along the line, I got into a lot of volunteering jobs. And I have learned that volunteering is an active service, and it's also a full-time job. But the reason people don't take it so seriously is because they don't get money. Sorry, Toastmaster Joy. This is not the kind of service that will earn you huge chunks of money, but it's very rewarding to see someone like Toastmaster Dokun be here presently volunteering to anchor this wonderful event is humbling and is inspiring. So to everyone who volunteers in their life, trust me, you're always volunteering. I volunteered to be someone's sister. Well, I could decide to stop, but I'm still volunteering to someone's sister. But to everybody volunteering out there, I think my message is simply this: take it seriously. It's a full-time job. It's rewarding. And to leave you with a quote that is dear to my heart about learning and teaching. In learning, we teach, and in teaching, we learn. So it's my hope that at the end of my learning journey, I'll be able to teach others how to be better volunteers. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Dokun.
Oh my word, thank you. Oh my, the room is going off. Wow, I love that angle as well. Toastmaster Olawale, I appreciate you turning on your camera. I can see you're driving. We don't want to disturb your driving, so please enjoy the drive while you're listening to us. Or did you want to say something? You're muted. Okay, I thought Toastmaster Olawale.
Hello, Toastmaster David. Did you mention my name?
Yeah, I was just waving at you and asking you to drive safe. Don't zoom and drive. Or don't zoom while driving.
Thank you very much. I'm actually parking now.
Okay, did you want to contribute your thoughts to our question? Or you're just making your presence felt? Okay. I guess it's trying to park. By the way, thank you everyone who contributed to that question. At this time, let me bring back to the virtual lectern our beautiful contestants for today. Where are you? Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne, and you're going to teach me how to pronounce your surname. And
thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Olawale.
As you can see, I'm on the road, and I don't.
Hey, contestants, where are you? Where are you? Okay, I'm going to take Toastmaster Joy first. So Toastmaster Joy, what soap do you use? Is it Joy soap? No pun intended, because that question just fell into your lap. How did you do it? Do you know Joy soap anyway, before you go on?
I'm that old. Yes, I do know Joy soap.
Oh, yes. No, you can be that old and not use Joy soap. You might be a premier kind of person or a Delta kind of person.
To sing the song. Hey,
please go ahead.
Joy girl, you can help the looks you get when you're around. You can bet All the guys can help to stop and see. You got the juggle quality.
Oh my goodness. You are the one that sang that song. I'm convinced. What a beauty. What a beauty. Oh my goodness. In fact, you sang it better than the advert. I'm not kidding you. Just want to Joy, I enjoyed listening to your table topic. Well, should we say that it fell right, in a good spot for you? But I won't take you up on that because obviously that's your sweet spot. I would like to take you up on your favorite quote. You say it's fall 7 times, get up the 8th time. Where did you get this quote from? And how has it become a sort of mantra for you?
Fall 7 times, get up 8 times is basically just summarizing the journey of everyone's life. Whether you're Steve Jobs, you're Mark Zuckerberg, whether you're Joy Cheyenne, whether you're David Dokun, everybody has a peculiar story. So it's, even though a lot of people prefer to just sit down and wish they were other people, what I've learned is that we all have our peculiar stories, and in that story, it's not always filled with roses. Whether it's the kind of family you grew up in, whether it's the kind of upbringing you have, whether it's uncles not being there for you, whatever it is, everybody has their story. And whenever you fall down in your own story, the onus is on you to get back up, because you cannot just conveniently assume that anybody is responsible for you. So just dust yourself up, like Aliyah said in the song. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself up and try again.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. I love that. And that Aliyah song just brought back memories for me. The first you don't succeed, dust yourself up and try again. Try again, try again. Oh, yes. Thank you for sharing that. And I believe that, that's why we attend these meetings. It's not just for the speeches, not just for the fun of it, not just for beautiful faces and voices like that of Toastmaster Joy, but for what we learn, right? So I'm sure someone is going to leave here today and say, I'm going to try again, right? Thank you for sharing that, and well done. So I'm sure your participation certificate is coming up. Would you say cheese? Oh my goodness, do you like this?
I love it. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm sharing your spotlight. I just took myself a selfie with you in it. Oh my goodness. And of course, as if it's not already obvious, we have a winner already for our Table Topics contest, which is why I was asking what you're using, whether it's Joy soap, whether you've had some folks sitting on a mat somewhere praying and they're not going to get up until you win this contest. And they've kept all the other contestants, 3 of them, three contestants kept them. What are you using?
I guess it's because 7 Joy is here to support Joy.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. You have the support of 7 Joy as well. So ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Joy of Lighthouse Toastmasters, who loves to read, who loves to travel, who is inspired by humility, is our Table Topics contest winner for Area 18 this year. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for our winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have made yourself proud, and I'm super glad to be sharing this moment with you. Do we have a winner's certificate to share? Zoom master, please. Yes, there you go. I'm going to get out of this picture. Please smile. Oh, lovely. Congratulations, our winner. This is a beautiful moment, historic moment indeed. And I know that AC, everyone's happy for you.
Thanks.
Sometimes all you have to do is show up. because you don't know what your competitors, they may have running stomach. They may be held in traffic. You don't know what's going to happen. Just show up, right? Congratulations, Toastmaster Joy. I'm going to leave you be, but let's talk after the meeting. I need to have some of that Joy soap, whatever you're using. I need to win some contest this month, right? Some bids. And all my contestants had better not show up. Congratulations. And where is our humorous speech contestant? Another lucky winner today, Toastmaster Ayo. Oh, lovely. It's the day for the ladies. Toastmaster Ayotola, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
It's
a cold Saturday, so I'm just chill.
Right. What did you do to Toastmaster John? You had him go back into the desert, go start his forerunner duties. What exactly did you do to him? Is it the Baptist? Why is he not here? I don't know.
Yes. You know, it rained. He had to baptize some people. So that's why he went.
I'm so confused. This is the third contest I'm holding or hosting within 10 days or less. And I'm amused, I'm amazed by the turnout today. But hey, I guess that's why you're Lighthouse, right? Lighthouse, you need to explain what you're doing. Please.
No, Toastmaster Joy gave me
the president of Lighthouse should please see me after the meeting. You know, those report cards, you say, please see me. I need to see the president of Lighthouse. Oh my goodness. So Toastmaster, I'll just ask you to tell us just a little bit about your journey as a fashionpreneur. What does that entail? You're a fashionpreneur. I mean, it sounds like, tell us, what does that mean?
Well, being a fashionpreneur basically is someone who is a fashion designer and also an entrepreneur at the same time. And it has been a journey of about 11 years. So it's been up and down. It basically involves making bespoke tailoring and also selling ready to wear fabrics and every single thing that makes people look good. You know what I mean? So I'm just into all that good stuff. I mean, I love to see people look good, even though sometimes I'm too lazy to dress up. But I love to see people look good and hype them like, you go, girl. So whatever it is that makes them look good, look comfortable in their skin, count me in. So it's been an amazing journey, even though Nigeria would your dreams when it comes to certain things. But I love doing it. So I keep at it as best as I can and just hope for the best.
Well done, Toastmaster Ayatola. And now I'm going to ask you one more question before I take the pain off our audience and allow them go enjoy the rest of their evening, wherever they're logged in from at this time. Your quote is something that fascinates me. You say, dance like no one is watching. Your favorite quote. You said, love, or rather the quote says, love like you've never been hurt, and sing like no one is listening. That's a quote by Mark Twain. When did you stumble on that quote, and how has it helped to shape your life?
Okay, so I think I saw that quote somewhere about 5 years ago. I was probably preparing for a Toastmaster speech, funny enough. And it just struck me, but I didn't pay attention to it because, well, at that point, I'd not been hurt. So loving was different. And I was good. So I didn't pay attention to it until about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and everything was just different. And I saw it again. You know, when they say, when you hear a song, when you're happy, you just hear the song, you hear the sound. But when you're sad, you listen to the lyrics. So when I was going through certain things in my life, I seem to understand. It was at the point when I wanted to be by myself. I wasn't willing to try things again. I just gave up somehow, but thankfully I didn't give up completely because I have good people around me. So it became a healing journey for me, and I just wanted to try new things, and I was starting to get confident again and comfortable speaking to people. I mean, 2 years ago, a year ago, I would not come to, maybe I would be one of those people that disappeared because I'll be like, oh my goodness, they will be judging me. I don't know what to say, what to, but you know, I just got dressed and say, I'm going to have fun. Nothing's going to happen. They wouldn't beat me. And you know, it helps. So I'm still walking through loving like I've not been hurt before and dancing like no one is watching because I can't dance to save my life. But every single thing else is working just nicely. I think about it and I remember that really nobody cares. You think everyone is watching you? No, they're concentrating on their own life. So do what you have to do for you. Be happy, do whatever makes you happy. And that's the underlining thing for every single thing I do. I just think about it. I say, am I happy? Let's do it. So yeah.
Wow, I love that. I love your perspective. This is going to help me. And thank you for sharing. By the way, you're going to get your certificate of participation and your winner certificate. But let me encourage Toastmaster Joy not to get out of Zoom mode yet, because you're going to come back on screen. All right, Toastmaster Joy, stay in this meeting. We're going to ask you to come back on screen. And I'll ask the Zoom masters, please share your certificate with you. Here you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, congratulations. I hope you like it. And yes, so as well, Zoom master, please share the winner's certificate as well for Toastmaster Ayatola. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ayatola, and all the best in your future endeavors.
Thanks a lot.
Winner certificate, drum rolls. Lighthouse successfully.
Lighthouse Prestige.
Okay, congratulations. Let me get out of the spotlight. Hang on a second. Ah, fantastic. Oh, lovely. Oh, she loves it. All right, congratulations, Toastmaster Joy. Toastmaster Ayatola. Toastmaster Joy, please, can you come back on screen? Let's have a group photo, a contestant's photo. I like to keep these things. Toastmaster Joy, I was hoping that you wouldn't have transformed because your session was over. Okay, everybody say cheers. Oh, beautiful. Do you know you guys can actually take these pictures yourselves if you're using a laptop or screen grab, if you're using your phone? No, I'm the cameraman, I'll take one more. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our contestants for today. A big round of applause, Toastmaster Joy, Toastmaster Ayatola. You've made yourselves proud, and we are proud of you. Off you go. It's been my pleasure being your host today. Officially, my job is over, but I would not leave here without letting you know it would be my pleasure to stay connected with every one of you. If you are one of those social media folks, you can catch me on the usual social media platforms on @IamDavidDokun. For that, I usually forget to do this, but I'm going to do that today. So on Instagram, Facebook, all that great stuff, I am on @IamDavidDokun on FB, Insta, Twitter. I think I'm on Twitter as David Dokun or something like that, right? And on LinkedIn, I'm just David Dokun, fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants. You see FIMC, CMC, don't be scared. It's me, still me, same OG, right? You'd see that, and please do stay connected. I'd like to thank again the leadership of this area for the opportunity to be your host today. And allow me also recognize some fantastic people who are here. Everybody here is fantastic. I'd like to thank Toastmaster Francis Mukolu, the immediate past area director, Area 18. Toastmaster Francis, can you wave? Are you still here? Where is Toastmaster Francis? Can't see Toastmaster Francis. Oh, there you go. Great man. Well done, Toastmaster Francis. I can't hear you, but I know you're mumbling some words. Well done. I'd like to also thank Toastmaster Ronke, Adekombi, Toastmaster Jackavo. We already heard you today. The president of the Ikeja Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Ibrahim Kasim, Grace Peters, VPE, UPS, and Area 18 PR manager, Toastmaster Bolarinwa Jagun, and Toastmaster Wale Thomas, all of you great people, as well as every single person that has played a role today. I have already done an override on my good friend's role, the chief judge, because his job was made easy today. Everyone was played a role. Ballot counter, timekeeper, judges. Judges are always invisible. You see that? So today, Toastmaster Sheyi doesn't even have any threats because he didn't have to make any tough calls. So nobody's going to come for your head. You see how lucky you are, my friend? But again, thank you, everyone, for being a part of today's program. Do stay connected. Let's keep doing this together. I'm sure I will show up in one of your clubs to be a speaker. If you invite me, I'd love to come speak. I still have speeches to give, right? But enjoy the rest of your day. I wouldn't know if there are some announcements from our Zoom master and Sergeant at Arms. Yes, congratulations to the winners. To give some further remarks before I officially close the meeting. Toastmaster Abubakar Gimba, well done. You phenomenally planned this event and our contestants made it easier. I don't know if you have any comments, Toastmaster Abubakar, any announcements for the team here?
Thank you so much. I want to say distinguished Toastmaster David, but I know you don't have the DTM yet, but I know it's inevitable. So distinguished Toastmaster David, thank you so much for that job well done. Thank you to all the role players today. The judges are invisible, so we don't have to mention their names, but I mean, today's contest was fun. I enjoyed myself. Some of the contestants absconded, but we will get them. They cannot escape us. We will do a makeup contest. I'm just kidding. The only announcement is that the next contest at the division level is on the 13th of November, 2021. It's a Saturday, and I believe the time is, maybe it's 3 p.m. I'm not sure. Once I get the time, we'll be sure to communicate it to everybody. Thank you so much. Back to you, the distinguished Toastmaster David.
Thank you for adding the distinguished to my name. I'm already struggling with so many D's. David, Dokun, some people call me Dotun, some people call me Doctor of Divinity. I don't know, but distinguished sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is over. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay connected, and whatever you do, remember, just try again, and it just might work out. Dance like no one is watching, sing like no one is listening, love like you've not been hurt before. Things will surely work out for you. From my stables here, somewhere around Lekki, it's fair weather to be able to get out on a run before the day is over. Enjoy yourselves. Bye for now.